Okay, the first thing that I want to say is I've gotten permission to record this video. The person just told me not to say their name. I would never, put anything out there that no one is uncomfortable with. This is my truth. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to be mean, It is what it is. I'm secure in myself. I know I am now. I'm no longer the person that I was when this situation happened. So, like, that's why I'm able to talk about it now. Okay, so like any story, I mean, you want to start from the beginning. So, towards the end of the fall semester 2018, I had already met Zebra. We're going to call him Zebra. That's, far away from his name, Z at the end of the alphabet. So, he DM'd me in 2018. And I don't remember verbatim the conversation, but like he started flirting with me. He was trying to talk to me. He's like, hey, something along the lines. Like, I do remember him saying like, oh, you go to MSU? Like, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. And then the conversation started from there. It seemed like it was cool. Like, it was fine. And I did kind of start to develop a crush on him, I will admit. And I kind of like, will put people on a pedestal. Now, this is another thing about the story. Like, I'm going to like admit what I did wrong as well. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be that type of situation. Like, I'm going to be transparent. So yeah, I do feel like I was wrong in that way because I really liked you. I really wanted to fuck with you. Like, I wanted this to be something serious. And that's where I went wrong, my first mistake. One thing I noticed is that he would only text me late. Like, he would only text me at certain times. And, I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was, like, busy because he was doing his own thing. I was on my own thing. So, I didn't think anything of it. And I feel like that's, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to overstep boundaries because I feel like at the end of the day, like, that's none of my business. Whatever you're doing is what you're doing. We're not together. So, but I do remember the first time we actually met, he was like, hey, my roommate's gone. Do you want to come over? And then he was like, do you want to come over and shower and watch Netflix? Y'all, I was so naive. I didn't understand. Obviously, he's trying to, I was super naive. Like, I was never like this hyper sexual person. I wasn't even that comfortable with my body around that time. And I was just very insecure at that time. So I'm over here thinking like we really gonna do some Netflix, My little naive self, went over there and I showered and then we got in the bed, we was chilling, all that, whatever. And, somehow Netflix and chill turned into Netflix and dick. It was a hookup. Like when we first met, I feel like that was the type of time that he was on. After that, I was like, wow, this is going good. Like we slept together that night. And then I left the next day. I thought we were gonna continue talking, because like I said, I liked him a lot, and I was hoping that it was gonna turn into something bigger. But he didn't really text me like that. Like he kind of just stopped texting me, and I'm sure he was probably talking to somebody else. Yeah, I had already gone through this heartbreak, so it was like I already had that going on. So it was like, yeah, I like you, but like I'm trying to like heal myself from this, and then I did heal myself. Like spring semester, I healed myself. And I was better. I was in a good state. Like I was talking to somebody, but then I was like, no, I'll just work on myself. And then like he came back around like in March of the spring semester of last year. And so he was texting me again. He was like, come over or something like that. We kissed for the first time because I don't even think we kissed that time we hooked up last semester. And if we did, it wasn't nothing like special. And the thing is, he kissed me, y'all. He kissed me. Like, I didn't kiss him. Like, I was, around the time, too, I was, like, super shy. I was super scared. Like, I wasn't, I didn't want to make the first move because, like, I didn't want to get rejected. That same day, like, he took a picture of me, and he sent it to the on Snapchat, and I will never forget that. And I feel like, child, another red flag. Like, I feel like it was so many red flags, and that's the thing. Like, I can't put all the blame on him because there were red flags at the end of the day. Like, obviously, you weren't over this person, and, I'm a rebound. And that bothered me, but I didn't think anything of it. That was first red flag. And then he asked me to be his boyfriend. And me already liking him as much as I did, I was like, well, shit. I mean, it's what I've been wanting. And that's where shit started to hit the fan. It was a lot of manipulation. I didn't know no better because it was like, I'm trying to give you the world. I'm trying to love you. I just got hurt. And I feel like the thing, too, that got me, like, we both had this conversation of, like, not being loved. Like, we wanted this mutual love that we've never gotten from anybody. Like, we want that unconditional love. And I was ready to give it to him. And I was open to it. Like, I was, like, saying all this good stuff. And, like, what type of time. It'll be different if we didn't talk about it and say what it was going to be. And then you go and do the opposite. You know what I mean? So before we go to spring break, he said this to me, and that's my thing too. Like, he said a lot of stuff to me. Like, I didn't set these rules. You set these rules. Like, I'm fine with whatever. We didn't have to make it no bigger than it had to be. Like, if you wanted it to just be on some hookup stuff, it could have just been hookup stuff. But he was like, yeah, you better not be. Don't go be talking to other. It's a hard ER, but don't go back. Don't be talking to other dudes over break. And I was like, okay, you do the same. And it's like, fine. Like, we understand. Like, we were just good before spring break. We was good. I would later find out that he was talking to somebody during spring break. You know, when he told me not to talk to anybody, he was talking to people. He was sending nudes, you know, going back and forth. We come back and it's just toxic, y'all. It's just like, we were both extremely insecure, and he was very insecure, and I was trying to build him up and help him. You can find yourself trying to like build them up. Like, y'all need to build each other, and it was never mutual. It was never a mutual game. It was always him gaining, and then, you know, me losing. And like, I based my own worth off of like what he thought. Our sex was worse in the beginning because I just was so worried about my performance. It didn't get good until he cheated on me. That was another red flag. Like, the sex got better once I stopped caring as much. Like, my love started to fade more and more, and like, the sex was great, but like, this relationship is in shambles. And how I found out like he cheated on me. Okay, I was a little toxic. I went through phones. I had a history of going through phones, and I just feel like I always had that gut intuition. Like, and I feel like my problem was I wanted the answer then and there. Like, I need this answer now. Like, I need to know. Like, because I feel like, or else it's gonna eat me up, and I'm gonna feel crazy. Like, I'm gonna feel crazy because I know it's not gonna give me the answer. Are not going to give me the answer. So I gotta go get the answer. So I got the answer. First of all, we was good. We had just broke up and got back together this week. You know, like we always did. We would break up and get back together, have sex, make up, and then we had a good day. It was on a Saturday, I'll never forget. On that Saturday, we went to like this Pride in Mississippi, and like it was one of the most things that I've ever done, and I loved it. Like, I loved it so much because I felt like I could be me. You get what I mean? Like, I just felt like I could just be me, and I was just around an environment of like good people. It was good energy, and even his vibe was like, he was being negative. Like, I felt like his internalized homophobia was rubbing off on me, and I was like, child, like, no, it's supposed to be a good time. And just so many red flags, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I really can't be mad at him because like, I can't be mad at him, but like, I gotta be mad at myself too. We went to the study room and he was asleep. This gust of wind just came in, and it was just like, pick up the phone. Like, this wind threw the phone in my hand, y'all. I'm telling you, like, I kid y'all not, like, we was on the inside, but like, I don't know if they cut the fan on, and it literally just threw the phone in my hand, and then like, it pushed my thumb down on the thumbprint. We had each other's fingerprints. That's why I'm like, if you're gonna cheat, be smart about your cheating. I'm not saying like it's okay to cheat, don't ever cheat. But you literally had it out in the open. So I went his photos, I went on his apps. I couldn't see anything on the apps, like Snapchat, I didn't see anything. Instagram, I didn't see anything. Messages, I didn't see anything. I went to his photo library, and he had videos, pictures, and his hidden of the guys that he had cheated on me with. And I checked the date, and that Monday of that week, he had cheated on me. I had no clue. That Thursday, we had sex. Now, my whole thing with that was, I had no clue. Like, what if you got something, you gave it to me? That's my whole thing. I don't play about my health. That's very selfish. But Monday, cheated on me. Thursday, we had sex. And then that Friday, he went and got his but it's this weird dude that literally tries to talk to everybody, every freshman that comes to Mississippi State. And the thing is, y'all, the kicker is, he saw me right before he went to get his, and I had to find him. I was crazy, but I literally had to go find him. I didn't know what he was doing, but his excuse was, I'm going to look at apartments for me to live at. And it was late at night, y'all. It was dark at night, and he was walking to go look at some apartments. You know, I mean, something like that wasn't clicking with me. So like, I came and I picked him up, and I literally took him back to his dorm. Well, not back to his dorm. He told me to let him out, but somewhere closer to his dorm. I went to my dorm, and then he literally went out of his way to walk back. It would be different. You had the opportunity not to go get your. You looked me in my face, and you still proceeded to go get your. Do y'all know how fun it is? Like, or am I tripping? You know what I mean? Like, You had the opportunity. You looked me in my face. You got in my car. You were looking in my face. Granted, I came and picked you up, but regardless, you looked me in my face. Nothing in your soul would tell you like, or in your heart is like, maybe I shouldn't do this. The thing is too, like he walked on a dark street. Like there's no street lights on this road. So like you literally went out your way, literally. Anyways, so Monday, I'm gonna keep telling y'all so y'all can see the order. Monday, he cheated on me with this dude. Thursday, we had sex for the first time. Like good. Friday, he proceeds to get his day. Saturday, we have a good day. Like this is where I found it out. I found it out the end of that week. And that gust of wind just gave me that phone. I was like, wow. And he argued me down to stay with him. I literally was done. I was like, that's it. Like you cheated on me twice with two different people. And I just feel like that's not easy to get over with. That takes a toll on somebody. Because I feel like not only did you do it once, you did it twice. And the whole thing, it's so many factors to it. Like you took it too far. And I didn't leave, but I stayed because I loved him. I wanted it to work. We literally argued all day. And my answer was no all day. We started arguing at 12 p.m. Yeah. And then we didn't stop arguing until 9 o'clock p.m. I didn't give him a yes until then. And y'all, I, agreed to keep it going because I feel like you're literally showing me that you want to be with me. Like, I feel like, why else would you fight? I never had anybody fight for me like that. But I've also learned, like, he had a fear of being alone. And I feel like he wanted his cake and eat it too. And it's just, we don't get down like that. But I will find that out later on. So we had some form of sex. And I guess that was his, like, apology to me. And I felt bad. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably, like, one of my most nigga-ist moments. Like, you gave me head. Like, it doesn't make up for what happened. So anyways, I keep going along with the relationship, we were still having problems. And like over time, like he just kept asking me like, are you cheating? Are you doing this with this person? And I wasn't. Like I feel like you were accusing me of all this stuff and I never went in your phone ever until that day. So I think that was another reason that made me want to go in his phone. Because, like, granted, I mean, I do understand why he would wonder that. Because I talk to people romantically and then, like, I would still be friends with them. But that's also, like, the type of person that I am. Like, I don't want to have any bad blood with people. Like, I still can hang out with people and separate that. Like, that's very easy for me to separate. I know everybody isn't like that. But it's easy for me to, like, what we had, like, I can put that in the past. But, like, I wasn't. And, like, I literally would go to these people's houses and vent to them about you, somebody that I had a romantic past with. They probably don't want to put up and hear that, but I still went up there because I literally cared. It was just getting worse. It was just getting like really worse. We were talking to each other like really crazy, like verbally, just very rude, disrespectful. I do remember a time he was like, and I guess this is one time that it really stuck with me. He was like telling me like if I like lifted something up or like got a brow lift or something like that. I don't know why I did my eyes, but a brow lift, like you would look so much better. And I just feel like you don't tell people that. Like I just feel like it makes me feel like, am I not good enough? Am I ugly? Am I this? Am I not what you want? You know what I mean? And it just played a lot. Like I know he was insecure and I feel like he projected a lot of his insecurities onto me. Like I can see that now, but at that time it's just like, dang, like am I not gonna, like, I feel like I'm cute. I feel like I was very cute at that time, you know what I mean? And it just had an effect on me. Like I started dressing like him, very, white boy-esque. It was Chacos and Nike socks and like the short shorts and the oversized school shirt, very white boy, because I feel like I was constantly trying to prove myself to him so we could just move on, because I feel like we were very stagnant. It was a very stagnant relationship. Even though we were together from March to May, it just seemed very stagnant because we never like made any type of progression. And I think I lashed out as well because I was like, I was dyeing my hair crazy. Like if y'all follow me, like I had a new hair color like every other day, every other week. And I just feel like something needed to change because I feel like the relationship wasn't changing. Like what I wanted to change wasn't changing. And I feel like that affected my personal life. And also it was just like, I feel like he knew what type of power he had over me. He took advantage of it, and it's fine. It is what it is. But I feel like I was around him more, and I wasn't around my friends a lot. And my friends just felt some type of way, but like they had this whole idea like he was good because I never told them anything bad about him. Like they didn't find out what happened until after the fact, because that's not me. Like, I'm not gonna bash you with my friends, because like anything we can handle privately. But he was making it seem like I'm this bad person. He was making it seem like I'm this, I'm that. But in reality, like, I was a good person. I was trying to help you. I was trying to build you. But I feel like, in conclusion, like, I just learned, like, you can't help nobody that don't want to be helped. Not everybody knows how to communicate their feelings. And I should have known, like, from the conversation that we had, like, it would be very short. It'd be very, it wouldn't be much to it. And I'm a talker. Y'all can see how long I talk and I get on here and talk. Like, I'm a thinker. Like, I'm a big thinker. Like, my mind is always running. And I feel like if there's something that needs to be talked about, we need to talk about it. But, but I feel like that's also, like, learned at home. And, like, he had all his own stuff going on, too. Like, he was DL, and he lied about coming out to his mama, like, for me. Like, it's so much stuff. Like, he invited me to this little thing that his friends was having. We were drinking and all that stuff, and just a regular party. I just remember this dude was there, and he showed us his penis on his phone, and he's straight. He's supposed to be straight, and he showed two guys that were obviously together a picture of his penis. Like, I don't know what straight man gonna do that. We went to the dorm, like, when the party was over, and the guy was there. Like, he came to the room. It was me, Zebra, and DL in the bed. And, we were just chilling. And then Zebra proceeds to, like, feel on DL's leg. And DL got on hard. And I don't know. Straight man is gonna allow that. Like, that, a nigga would have been jumped up like, oh, dude, like, what you doing? Like, why are you touching me? Like, and just leave. But he sat there, and I witnessed the penis get hard, and I can't do anything but respect him, because he saw me getting uncomfortable. He saw me getting uncomfortable, and he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I was just making an excuse. Like, I was thinking, like, you're drunk, like, it's fine. But also, like, I'm aware, like, he had asked me for a threesome before, and I said I wasn't down for that. And it's just things that I didn't allow. And I feel like I had boundaries, and I was neglecting my boundaries. And it was certain things that he was aware. He was neglecting my boundaries. You know what I mean? And under the influence of, or not, like, we drank the same amount, and I was fully conscious. I know, I'm aware of what I'm doing. Zebra was just upset with me. Somehow we ended up having sex. And I don't know. I could just tell, like, he was upset with me. He just wasn't into it, because I guess I stopped you from having sex with this straight guy. But then the next day, he went to go get in the shower, and something just told me, like, I don't know if that wind just whispered in my ear. It just told me to download Grindr. And I downloaded Grindr, and I saw that he had a profile on there, and that was all I needed to see. And I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Like, and my whole thing is, like, who knows how long you're on her, and, like, who knows how many people you cheated on me with? Who knows? I don't know anything. You're not gonna tell me. You're gonna lie. You're a liar, and you're manipulative. So I was like, I'm done. It was just like, what do you mean you're done? He was literally, like, fighting me once again. Trying to say, he was like, no, where are you going? Like, he's pushing me. I will be honest. I was like, okay, you can come with me if you let me get out the room. I literally just said that because I was just fed up. I was like, I don't care, like, whatever. I'm gonna, like, kick you out of my room. Like, when we get in my room, he did drive my car to my dorm. So he came in my room, like, trying to argue with me and talk to me. He was like, Geoffrey, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, can you talk to me? Can you talk, like, talk to me. I'm like, please leave my room. I'm like, please leave my room. Because the thing is, like, he followed me into the dorm, and, like, you got to use the key card to get in. And he walked in behind me, and I was like, okay. And I went on the elevator to go to my dorm, go to my room. He followed me in. He followed me into my room. And he could clearly see that I didn't want him around me. I literally said I want to leave. Yes, I did say, you can come. But, like, clearly I'm trying to break up with you. I don't know why you're trying to be on me, and I'm trying to break up with you. And my roommate at the time was in the room, so he can attest for this. Like, I literally said, like, please leave my room, please leave my room, please leave my room. And so I called on my friends, and I was telling them about what happened, and Zebra proceeds to take my phone. And then he walks out of my dorm and he walks down the street and he wouldn't give my phone back. I'm just like, you can keep the key card. I don't care. Like, I'll get a new one, but give me my phone. And so he gives me my phone. I text my roommate and I'm like, please let me in. He got my key, blah, blah, blah. He's gonna go in my room alone. And then, you know, I'm just cleaning, I'm packing, I'm ready to go. And he invites himself back into my room. And then I'm still saying, like, please leave. Like, I'm not leaving out of here until you talk to me. Like, I'm not, you know, you're going to talk to me. Like, you're going to talk to me because why are you acting like this? We're not going to be done. Like, why are you acting like this? Why are you being like, what do you mean why I'm acting like this? You literally, you know why. Don't, you know, try to play these mind games. And so I sit down in my beanbag. I was like, please leave my room. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. That key card, you can go. You can do what you want to do. Like, what do you want? He proceeds to grab my shirt and he's like dragging me out of my chair, like dragging me out of the beanbag. And my shirt got stretched. I sat back down. I was like, you know, I'm just sitting down. And then I had a bracelet, it wasn't this, but something like this. He broke that off. I had a necklace. Granted, it was fake. It was a fake necklace, but I spent my money on it. He broke that. I had a hat on my head. He slapped it off my head. I don't want to say he threw water on me because that's a little dramatic, but I had water in my hand and it spilled. He knocked out of my hand, like he slapped it out of my hand and it got on me. So, you know, at that point, like I'm just getting frustrated. I'm like, are we about to fight? Like in my head, I'm like, are we about to fight? Because it's like, and the granted, like I'm not going to put my hands on nobody unless they don't put their hands on me. So that's my whole thing. Like before I say what I'm about to say, I'm not a fighter at all. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a and I might talk a lot of stuff and I have a big mouth on me and I'll argue you down, but I'm not gonna fight nobody. I'm not gonna fight nobody. He squatted down in my face and then he was like, Geoffrey, get up or something like that. And I took a deep breath and I said, and I punched him in the face. And I punched him like, I don't even know, I think I punched him like directly right here. Like, and I'm not proud of this, but like my mama told me, if anybody ever put their hands on you, you hit them back. And I just feel like, if my mama told me I could do it, I don't care what nobody got to say. Like I didn't touch you, so don't touch me. Like I've never, you know, at that point I was broken up with you. At that point, you were in a room harassing me. You know, you're not my boyfriend anymore. I'm done with you. So why are you still here? I punched him in the nose and I was scared. Like I said, I'm put. And so I kept hitting him and he didn't hit me back. But I feel like by the time I realized he wouldn't hit me back, like it was too late then. Like I don't encourage anybody to be violent. Like that was the only fight that I've ever been in my life. So, and I felt bad about that, and I made myself up about that for a long time. But I feel like I did take my anger out on him, like past stuff that happened with him and past stuff from my like childhood. Like I feel like all my anger that I had built up, like I took it out on him, and I will admit to that, you know, and I did admit to that. Like I told him, you know, that was the case, but like don't act like you don't know why. And in my defense, like I was like, I said multiple times, and my roommate, we talked about this, you know what I mean? He heard me say, please leave the room before it even escalated to that point. Like I asked you to leave multiple times, you know what I mean? Like, cause it didn't have to get to that. Like, yeah, after the situation happened, I had called my friend that I was on the phone with before, like talking about what he had did and all that stuff. And he was like, well, I called two friends. Like one of my friends was like, you should go to the police and make a statement. And the other person was like, you shouldn't make a statement. And I'm happy that I did go to the police and make a statement because it's like, it would have looked worse on me. Well, I just took the initiative to go say what happened. You know, regardless, like they looked at it like I was in the wrong. You know what I mean? If he wanted to press charges, he could have pressed charges, but he didn't. Even after we fought, like he was still being manipulative because his mom was a police officer, and he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna press charges on you. You're gonna go to jail. I already told my mom about it. Blah blah blah. Like he was just saying very manipulative stuff. Like I literally don't bother anybody, so I feel like when somebody's trying to like, you know, my energy, like of course I'm gonna be on the defense. You shouldn't have threatened me that you're gonna press charges on me if you weren't gonna press charges on me. You know what I mean? Like that manipulation. Because the semester was so late, we couldn't get expelled, which is great. So we got a school restraining order. Like we can't be around each other or for too long. Like if we walk past each other, because it's very much possible that we would see each other on campus. Like we had to like get out of the area. Like one person has to like go. Like, you know, we couldn't interact with each other. We would get in more trouble than we already were. I feel like I was getting more punished than anything, and I feel like on the outside it looks like, you know, oh yeah, y'all were just fighting. Like you put your hands on him, so you know, but I feel like it was so much more, you know, behind it. And I just feel like I look like the bad guy. And I feel like the bad guy. Like, my friends thought I was the bad guy. Like, I felt like nobody had my back, honestly. Like, I felt like everybody turned against me. And I feel like he had a part in that. Like, he literally made it seem like he was the victim. I feel like we both were victims in different ways. I can admit, and I can say that now. But I just feel like I just didn't respect it. Because I just feel like I know the type of person that I am. And it just wasn't fair at the end of the day. And I think it made it easier for them to believe him, my friends, because like I wasn't talking to them as much because I was up his ass. So that just really hurt. I mean, I'm cool with all my friends now, but you know, it hurt me at the time because it's like, damn, you're not just gonna hear my part. Like, y'all just gonna take his side. Like, and I'm the type of person, like, I don't like to mix relationship with friendships. I'm even more big on that now. I did want everybody to be friends, but I feel like I would never want to do that again because like that situation, it didn't make me feel good. And it was just like, I grew up with y'all. Like, I went to middle school and through high school with y'all, and y'all gonna believe I just met, and y'all met him through me. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. So we had the restraining order and we broke it. Like, we went to the movie theater right after. Very toxic. I mean, this was a super toxic relationship. Like, we went to the movie theater as if like we didn't just, you know, fight and all that stuff. And it was the day that Endgame came out, and we got 2 free tickets. It was fun, and then we ended up having sex and, you know, going back to that cycle child, and it was just really bad. Like, we weren't back together, but it was just weird. Like, I feel like we were having angry sex, if anything. I just feel like we both had gotten used to each other. I don't even know if he really wanted me, but I feel like you're not gonna do something you don't want to do, and it's just like, it was just like a very confusing time because it's like, you know, I love you so much. Like, I didn't want that to happen. Like, I didn't want anything. I never wanted to get to that point. But at the same time, it's like, I can't neglect the fact that you hurt me and you did what you did. You know, he was the one with, I guess, the most physical harm, but internally, like, I was like destroyed. When school was out, we're still doing stuff that we handle business, and then I got a haircut. If y'all follow me, like, whenever I went bald, whenever, like, the first time I went like bald, like, that was right after all of that happened, and I felt so good because I felt like it was a new start. And then like after that, like literally like a few days after, I moved to New Jersey. And you know, if y'all have kept up with my timeline from then, like that's why, you know, I kept going back to New Jersey and back, because it's like I was trying to like heal myself through that. And I feel like that's what New Jersey was. Like, I needed a new start. I needed a fresh start. I needed to get away. And that's what New Jersey was for me. Beginning of this year, I came back to Mississippi State, and then me and him hung out again. During that time I was gone, like, he was in a relationship, and you know, I feel like he got his karma, honestly. I feel like everything that happened to me, and like the same way I felt, happened to him. Like, the guy that he was with, he was DL, and he was trying to build him up and trying to, you know, create him into this person that he wanted him to be. And he ended up getting hurt in the end. And, you know, I don't wish bad on anybody, but you know, that's just how life works. And like, we had a conversation, and he was like, yeah, everything was a lie. Like, I lied, you know, a lie. And, you know, I did cheat. I did do this. You weren't crazy. And it was just like, oh, you know, I don't think I ever expected him to just be directly blunt and honest with me. It's something that I've always wanted, but I didn't think he would give it to me. And I felt like that did give me closure, I will say. And I also feel like when I was around him again, like, I was very annoyed with him. And I was just like, I don't know what I liked about you so much. I guess, like, it's that idea that I made up of him in my head. You know, again, that's why I said it's like my fault in that sense. I got my closure, but I still felt weird about it. Because I feel like I don't think he understands like how much I really cared and how much hurt, came from that situation. I just wanted him to just get it, and I don't think he ever did get it. I don't think he ever will get it, and I'm fine with that. I feel like I got cut short, and I just feel like I want more needed to be said. But also, I was like, I got my answer, so it's like it's up to me to like move on. Like you clearly don't give about it. Like you literally got your other relationship, and that sucks, y'all. That sucks so bad because like, it really be happening like that. Like you get into relationships with people, and or like you meet these people, and it's like you end up caring more, and you get like the short end of the stick, and then it's just like, damn, you know, it's like, cause like, what can you do? I mean, it's like done now. It's been like years, and it's like he moved on with his life. It's about you moving on, and that's what I did. You know what I mean? I did that, and I met someone better. I've been better, like, and I've learned better, and that's really all I really could do. And it seems like he's doing good now. He's doing better now. That's all I ever wanted. I wanted him to be happy. I wanted him to be in a better space, and that seems like what it is. And you know, that's how I know like my love was always real because I always wanted what's best for him and I. And regardless of that, regardless if we're together or not, I'm so thankful that I did go through that, and I'm so thankful for him because I feel like I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for him. Like, granted, you know, it was some BS, but like at the same time, like that situation made me grow. Like, situations like that is what you take from them. You know what I mean? It taught me so much about myself and like what I got to do better. Like, I have to put myself first. I can't, you know, expect to give all my love to somebody else and like expect them to give it back to me because it's not their responsibility. Like, I should already have that love in me already. You know what I mean? And like, long story short, like, we were two damaged people and we were toxic as hell, and I was trying to make him something that he wasn't. And I put him on a pedestal that he didn't deserve to be on. I feel like I deserved a conversation. Oh, is that kind of selfish? I would have liked a conversation, but I have learned like I'm never gonna get that conversation. So this is me releasing that and just letting it go. What lessons can we take from this? Don't get in a relationship until you're ready and you're 100% secure in yourself. That's rule number one. 2, pay attention to red flags. 3, be accountable for your own actions. Because, you know, it's so easy for us to blame other people, but we also have to be accountable for our own actions. You know, make sure you have that self-love first. Don't allow any boundaries to be crossed, or don't let anybody, you know, overstep or do anything that makes you uncomfortable. Like, when something makes you feel uncomfortable, like, address that. And if the person doesn't, you know, go along with it, then you have to like move on. Nothing has to happen if you don't allow it to happen. This is the end of the story time. I'm in a better and healthier space, and I have more loving people around me now. I'm a work in progress, and I'm grateful more than anything, you know, that even happened. Me and him still communicate. We're in a good space, so I feel like, you know, what anybody else thinks doesn't matter. Hopefully this helps somebody. So